are back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you so very much for choosing to stay with us. And in case you're just joining us, you are right on time for the gold conversation. Now we need to process and start roasting our macadamia in order to increase our competitiveness in the international market. We also want to explore value addition when it comes to making edible oils. And to shed more light on that, we do have the honor of being joined by Mr. John Derangu, who does wear a lot of hats, including a director at Top Nut Mark and Commodities Limited, and also Secretary General Nut Traders Association of Kenya. Thank you so very much for making time to be with us today.
Thank you,
Karibu sana.
Madam.
Karibu.
Karibu sana Bwana John. Kuna mambo mengi ambayo tutazungumzia, lakini sana kuhusiana na zao la macadamia. Ametaja kuhusiana na cheo chako. Kule mnafanya nini hasa kuhusiana na namna tumeelekezwa kuhusiana na swala hilo?
Kule kwa kampuni.
Yes, yes.
Yes, there as you have heard from Ghana, Secretary General Nut Traders Association of Kenya, and at the same time I'm director in charge of operations, together with my other partner Peter Kiomi, who is doing more of marketing. So I'm always in the factory because in the nature of my work as a director operations, I make sure that whatever I have to produce in the factory was of a high standard in terms of quality, yes, and in terms of quantity, depending on NONDA from the overseas countries.
All right. Yes. Now, Mr. Derangu, we've had the pleasure of speaking to a lot of macadamia farmers in different parts of the country. And one of the things that has come up from the farmers and propagators, they feel like a lot of effort is being put in the processing, exporting sector, and we are forgetting the source, which is the propagators. We do not have enough propagators, and we know the technique that comes with propagating a macadamia seedling can be quite, special and hectic. What are your thoughts on that, and what can we do to make sure that there is at least a harmonious relationship between all these very important key players?
Yeah, again, to talk the fact inside here is that previously, some 5 years ago, the government had come up with a policy that whenever you are registering a macadamia processing plant, you must have a nursery, of which today, I don't know whether it is corruption or what have happened. Because today, the government is registering even briefcase businessmen who cannot show even the processing facilities. They don't have any right to do the propagation, as you say. So you blame the government, mostly AFA, because they are the one who introduced that the policy, and they are the same who have abandoned it. So we need to come up with a policy that wherever you want to be in the industry of processing macadamia, you have to have a nursery, so that we can even give the farmers some subsidies of seedlings, a quality seedling, not just a seedling, but a quality seedlings. Because if we don't think about the farmers' welfare, and they start, we are not multiplying the production in the land, then the industry is doomed to fail.
All right. Just before we move away from that, processors having seedlings where they can distribute the seedlings to farmers, will it also make sense for the industry if our processors, exporters lease land and then they subcontract farmers who can grow the macadamia and be supplying it to them as well as another angle besides the seedlings?
Exactly. In my company, I have done that. I have started. Yeah, I have leased some farmers who are doing it for our company, the Top Nut Mark and Commodities Limited. Yeah, we have started. I would discourage the other companies to follow suit, because it is important, because we want sustainability of macadamia production. Yes.
Na tusalie papo hapo, lakini kuna swala ambalo linajitokeza, umetaja sana mkulima. Yule mkulima ambaye anakutazama angependa sana kujua namna yeye anasaidika moja kwa moja kutoka kule shambani hadi atakapofika kiwango cha kufanywa processing.
Yeah, it's a very good question. As I told Gena here, we need to think more about the farmers. Like 2 years ago in 2022, in fact, as processors, we failed to give the best price required by the farmers. And we failed to process all their nuts from the field. So it was in 2022. Myself and my colleagues in Nut Traders Association of Kenya, which looks into the welfare of the farmers, we had to go and see the Minister for Agriculture, Mr. Honorable Intuli, to at least lift a ban for maybe 2 years or 3 years, so that we can wipe out the nuts in the field. In fact, the challenge we have in the industry is that the cost of the production is very high because of the taxes. The taxes of the machines which we use for the processing, the tax is very high. So by the time you are doing the processing, and the farmer is expecting higher prices for their nuts, then we fail to actually exhaust the nuts from the field.
All right.
So what I would say is that even the government, we need to, like coffee, where the Honorable the Honorable Deputy President is fighting much for the coffee farmers. He should come up to fight for the farmers for macadamia, so that we have a sustainability of the same.
All right.
Otherwise, we fail to look into the welfare of the farmer. The industry will automatically fail.
Right.
Yes.
Now you've mentioned something key, which is part of Section 43 of
Yes.
AFA, where now we can export our nut in shell. And you as a processor, you believe that is not a big challenge for us. But we have other processors, like the feature we have just watched. They feel like exporting all our raw materials is reducing the amount of work they have back at home when it comes to processing. And then again, I would want you to expound on, we are exporting a lot of, or rather all our nut in shell is going to China, because the rest of the countries will take the nut itself. China is coming up very well. Do we run a risk of them becoming self-sufficient and that market is closed, or are we safe through and through?
Yeah, of course, we are not safe. We are not safe. We export all our shells to Asian countries like China. Because, as you said, we are exporting expertise. We are exporting the work what people could be doing. But at the same time, as I told you, 2022, ourselves as processors, we failed to process all the farmers' nuts. And still, we failed to give the farmer the best price they required.
Are there factors that led to that? Say, what happened within that period that we were not able to sell this macadamia from our farmers, the processed macadamia? What came into play in the market?
Yes, there was COVID-19, but actually, to my view, I could not entirely blame the COVID-19 itself, because since the introduction of Section 43 of our Act 2013, there has been the market has not been stable in terms of wiping out all the macadamia from the farmers. Yeah, we had been having, after every 2 to 3 years, we failed to process all the macadamias from the farmer. After some other 2 years, we fail. So it is a repetition of the same, and it needs to be addressed.
Right.
If we have to sustain the macadamia industry.
Right.
Yes.
Na asante sana kwa maelezo yako ya kindakindaki, lakini inamaanisha kwamba tutarejea tutake kujua kuhusiana na swala la bei vile vile, lakini sasa naarifiwa kwamba ni mwanda yako ya kutamba vizuri, si ndio?
It is the farm joke of the day. You know how we do right here at Kenya's Gold, and the question that we are asking you today is, what is a jam you cannot eat? You know, ile jam ya kupaka mkate, strawberry jam, mango jam, you know. So we'll have a farm joke of the day. The question we're asking today is, what is a jam you cannot eat? But you'll try give us an answer at the end of the show, not right now. So you have some time to think about it, all right? Please feel free to send in your guesses across all our social media platforms. On Instagram at Kenya's Gold. Our SMS line is 22422, and our email is kenyasgold@royalmedia.co.ke. See you after this break.